Hello, welcome, it's great to see you. I am back again with Lollipop Box Club. This month's kit is called Here Comes the Sun, and I'm planning to make a cute little envelope album. I have a bunch of these envelopes in my stash. I have no idea what to do with them. And then today I saw Suze make the most adorable little mini album, and I thought, perfect. So I'm not entirely sure what this little album is for. I just know that I want to use this kit and I want to show you how I'm putting together this little book. So you will need some envelopes like these ones, as many pages as you want to have, and some double-sided tape, and that is literally it to put the book base together. I know that Suze mentioned she saw Heidi Swapp do this, I think it was. So not my original idea, but I thought I'd just show you how they put it together. So, or how Suze put it together even. So you want this envelope this way up, and you want to add tape on your second envelope here. Let me add that on. My camera battery is flashing at me, so I will change that out in just a second in case it skips forward. I like to peel up just a little bit of this so it's easier to get hold of once it's in position. But we're sliding this under here without trying to push down the side that we've taken the backing off. Lining that up nicely. And then because I've left this little like tab, it's very easy to pull that out, she says, as it all goes wrong. There you go, right. So it goes like this. I like to add another strip of tape along this sort of extra. I don't know what this bit is for. Who knows, but this has like the strips that you would usually lick and seal. But I'm going to cover it with paper, so I'm not too worried about that. Add that on there, stick that down. And then when you fold this back, you've got your first couple of pages. So I'll do that again slowly so I can explain it one more time. So again, this way, adding a strip of tape on the inside of this one. My tape's too long, just gonna have to fold that over. Not a big deal. Oh, I've just pulled the whole strip off. Not even following my own steps here. Sticking that back on. Folding that up like I did before, so I've got a little piece to get hold of. And then slotting this in here. Lining that up. Hoping I'm high enough. Then I can get hold of my little tab piece. Hiding in there. There we go. And that's all stuck down. Add another strip on here. I don't know if all the envelopes have this bit, but I quite like that it covers up all the blue inside. So it's a bonus. There we go. And then you just keep going until you have got your desired amount of pages. Then for the back one, I just fold this and this again, so it sort of creates the back. I'm going to add a couple more pages to this, and then I will come back and we can decorate it together. My battery needed changing, so while that was charging and all that good stuff, I have moved ahead a little bit. I have cut some papers from the kit to add onto my pages. I've left sort of a little bit of a border, I'll show you, on each one. I know I haven't got enough of these, I don't think, to do every single page, but I'm not sure what I want to do on this one. I might add a photo or something. So I've got a few of those to play with. Also, for the front cover, I've cut these vellum pieces slightly bigger than the other pages so that I can add a front and a back onto here. And then this is one of the pieces that I cut off of one of the pages over here, and I'm going to use that to add a little spine. Now, my original plan was to have the elastic like a traveller's notebook, as you can see here, but I added an eyelet and I didn't sort of have enough room to make the spine big enough to accommodate that. I tried all different ways to fix it, but in the end I go with a different closure. So I haven't shown you adding all of that because I will be changing it momentarily. Just adding in my front cover piece here. Gone for this really pretty raindrop paper behind the vellum. Then I decide to add more pages into the book. So I've got all of my pretty papers here, and I'm just putting one of those on the left hand side of each of the double page spreads. You can see there that I've noted down the size of those. I'm happy to share that, but these are random sized envelopes, I think, so I don't know if it would help you. But if you need the measurements, they are written there. Just adding these with some double-sided tape and some wet glue as well. I'm working out that spine is far too chunky. I'm slowly realising that I want to change it. Sticking down the rest of these pretty papers. It's really nice to be working with summer colours. All the brights are coming out again for summer. I did enjoy all the pastels for spring though. All the sort of Eastery colours. But it's fun after all the pastels from Easter and Christmas and all of that stuff to work with some really bright, vibrant, summery colours. This should be the last one that I'm sticking down, and then we go back to working on the front cover, I believe. Yeah, that closure is really bothering me and I'm trying to work out what to do about it. I decide to use the same paper, but just to add, I don't know what you'd call this, just sort of a decorative spine, I guess. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm recutting the piece, scoring it halfway, folding that in half and just adding it onto the book there. So it's purely decorative. There's no closure on that or anything. I have a terrible time trying to stick this down. I stick it down, it's not straight, I pull it up, it rips. So luckily enough, it's too long to begin with. So when it rips, as you'll see in a second, I just turn it the other way up and it sort of matches, it fits, sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. It fits just well enough to avoid the little ripped piece. You can see me here messing with that. I stuck down so many things in this crafting session and pulled them back up again. Does anyone else do that? I can't be the only one. There we go. Now it's working, finally. Using double-sided tape for this. Smoothing it down. And then just cutting off the excess there, which gets rid of that nasty torn piece. Then I'm messing with this, trying to make sure that it's flat. And I'm not sure what to do with the front. I think I run it through the sewing machine. Oh, that's not what I do first. First, I grab out all of the other embellishments and things from the kit. I know I want to use a pretty paper clip. These gold ones are gorgeous, but I just loved how the yellow one looked, so I do end up using that one. I always keep my paper clips from the packaging. I tend to use them in my projects, actually. They don't usually get put into my stash. I want to use this little cloud post-it note. So I pop it behind the vellum. I like how that looks, and I just cut sort of a slice off so that it will fit nicely in there. I'm not sure what I want my title to be. Just playing with all of the bits and pieces from the kit. I like the sun peeking out from behind the cloud, but I don't like the white on the postcard on the background. So I stumbled across these circle stickers, and this is perfect. I love the little sentiment. I love that it pokes out from behind the cloud. And so I stick that onto my post-it note ready to add in. Adding all the adhesive on this one. And then I just pop that onto the raindrop paper behind the vellum. I think I want to use that sunshine piece. Ultimately, I don't go with that one, but it's a really pretty script word, so I'm going to keep that on my desk for my next project. I have disappeared off to the sewing machine and stitched around the edge. I've used a yellow thread for that. And now I want to cover up the stitching on the left-hand side. This was very thick to go through my machine. Obviously, I had the envelope, both of the pretty papers, the vellum, and I just didn't get a straight line on that left-hand side, and it was bothering me. So I've gone in with some minty coloured trim, and I'm just hot gluing that down. I do hot glue down some of the ruffles because I like them to look neat. I know that's me being pedantic about it, but I do. I like them to look neat. So I'm just sticking some of those down so they don't move and go all wrinkled on me. And then I come back with some more trim, the yellow one that you can see on the left-hand side there. And I just put that along the stitched edge of the ruffle. So the ruffle is from Hobby Lobby. I had someone very kindly send me some of that, and I love it. I hoard it. So I've been cutting it in half and using sort of one side of the ruffle, which is what I've done here. But that doesn't look particularly smart on the cut edge. So I'm using this yellow trim to cover that up, and also to bring the yellow all the way across the layout, or the page rather. I love adding trim to everything. It's a bit of texture, isn't it? There we go. Now both of those are on there. I want to add some bits poking out of the side. So when I saw Suze make this, she added all sorts of gorgeous bits and pieces poking from the side. And I thought the ephemera for this pack would be, or from this kit, sorry, would be perfect for that. So I'm grabbing all of the little bits and bobs and just adding them randomly onto pages. I have no idea what this little album is for, no idea what I'm going to document in it. So I'm just going to have to work around what I've put in there when it comes to it. I pop this little cloud in. Some of them are double-sided tape, are stuck down with double-sided tape, sorry. And some of them are stapled. Couldn't find my words there. Some of them are stapled. I think they're the only two ways that I adhere these, actually. Thinking about it, I could have stitched some on. That would look cute. I might go back and add some stitching detail to some of them. Going through everything, seeing what I can add peeking out there. This little umbrella is my favourite. I really want to use it on the front. And I decide on the Rain, Rain, Go Away sentiment as well. Adding in some of these little, they look like tabs to me. I'm not sure if that's what they're supposed to be, but I like where they end up. So this one I add onto the back of that page. But obviously it means you can see a lot of the white side. So I'll show you in just a second. There you go. When you open it up, you can see a lot of the white side. So I want to add these cute little welly boots in there. How adorable are these? And I want something to cover up that white strip. So I do go back in a bit and grab one of the, like the postcard cutter parts and pop that on there. I've added in the yellow one with a staple. I love that postcard there. I don't know why I didn't stick it down. I should have. I will definitely go back and stick that down. This is me cutting out that little strip to cover the white one. There you go. some little rain clouds. Are they rain clouds? If they're rain clouds, looking at it now, I've stuck those upside down. Oh no, I'm going to have to go back and change that. How did I not notice that when I was creating this? Oh well, it looks pretty anyway. I think about adding the postcard on the back there, but like I said, I'm going to go back and add it to that page. I think it looked really cute opposite the little welly boots. I need to cover the back of that page somehow because obviously the stitching is showing and that bothers me. I need a closure of some kind and I don't want to waste the elastic I was using earlier. So I cut a little notch using my hole punch in the vellum so that it will stay in place. And then I add this Rain Rain Go Away onto the elastic. I use a piece of one of the papers behind it. I'll show you in just a second. That I sort of secure the elastic onto that piece using the foam squares. So because the foam squares will go onto the Rain Rain Go Away, it traps the elastic there, which actually worked much better than I thought. So that's another way to create a little closure, one that I've stumbled across. I do notice that when I stick down my sentiment, the squares poke out a little bit, so I go back and move them all in slightly, but I don't make you sit through that. But just know that it didn't go perfect the first time. I had to go back and edit that slightly. But now it looks super cute and it sits there nicely in the little notch. Adding my umbrella. I'm so pleased I got that on there. That's my favourite piece from the kit. Adding these little clouds from the sticker sheet. I did have the hearts on there, but ultimately I decided to take those off and go with the little clouds instead. Looking for places and then decide I can't find anywhere. I have gone back to this sentiment. I've added a piece of thick card on the back there just to make it a bit more stable. And I've added some white pom-pom trim on the back there as well. Then onto the paper clip, I'm adding some wire-wrapped beads. This little bumblebee charm, which I put onto a gold jump ring. And then I've got these charms I've had for ages from the Maggie Holmes Sunny Days collection. I decided to use the XOXO one. And I actually use it to keep all of the beads on there, which I will show you shortly. Adding my little bumblebee on with a gold jump ring. Trying to make room for all of the little beads. This little bow was in my bead box. I don't know why, just randomly living in there. And I stumbled across it and thought, let's add it. So I've added it onto the little cloud tab at the side there. Choose one of these. And what I do is I add a jump ring through the top, slide it onto the paper clip as the last charm to go on. And then I hot glue it down so the others can't come off. And actually it holds them all in place quite nicely. So I'm pleased with how that turned out. I hope you have enjoyed hanging out and crafting with me. Please give this a go. I would love to see your creations, so make sure to tag me. I cannot wait to see how you guys play with this kit because it's absolutely beautiful. It's great to be working with all these fun colours and elements. I hope you have enjoyed the video and I will be back again to craft with you very soon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.